He broke in while she was alone, but he picked the wrong house. And when the gunfire started, it was too late to run. These 3 true home invasion stories from Reddit actually happened, and they'll make you double-check every shadow tonight. Welcome to Scary Kaifi Tales. If you're new, subscribe and hit the bell. Let's begin. Story 1. How I survived a house invasion. This story happened over 10 years ago when I was a student. I was always broke, so I did side gigs like house and pet sitting. I loved animals, so when a couple asked me to watch their home and their 6-month-old golden retriever puppy while they were overseas, I jumped at it. They offered full pay for the 2 weeks, even though I'd only be there a few days. I got the keys from the agent and headed over after 5 p.m. in early spring. As it was getting dark, the house was nice, but bordered a rougher area prone to break-ins and robberies. I wasn't too worried, young and naive. The first 4 nights were fine. Movies, jacuzzi, enjoying myself. The owners were due back on the 5th day, late at night. Around 10 p.m., they called saying their flight delayed. They'd stay in a hotel and drive back the next morning. They asked if I could sleep over again. I was already there with my overnight bag. I called my dad to let him know, and he asked for the address. I usually didn't give details like that, but I told him. He specifically asked, and I still believe that saved my life. I got to bed around 1 a.m. It felt like I'd slept minutes when a window broke, followed by movement and footsteps down the hall. I grabbed my phone, hit redial my dad was the last call, and dropped it between the headboard and mattress so he might hear. Then the first guy burst in, silhouette, with a knife. He raised it and charged. In South Africa, robberies are brutal. People get murdered or tortured for resisting. Instinct kicked in. I raised my legs, kicked hard as he came close. I'm 6'3", 220 pounds, fit from the gym, 250-pound bench, 350-pound squat. My kick lifted him off the ground. The knife flew out. I pinned him, knee to his face, driving his head into the wall. He went limp. Then a pistol cocked. I froze. Blood drained from me. I thought, if he shot, I'd rather die than be disabled. The gun pressed my head for what felt like hours, but was under 10 seconds. He told me in broken English to get on the bed, face down. I panicked but complied, thinking if he wanted me dead, he'd have done it. He threw a blanket over me. I curled fetal, protecting with limbs. I'd forgotten the phone call. The guy I need was still down. A third guy entered. Speaking Portuguese, I recognized it from Mozambique trips. One tried reviving the downed guy. The other ransacked, filling a bag with valuables. Tires screeched. My dad arrived, car speeding like Mach 1. He screamed, opened fire in their direction. The 3 panicked, ran out back, jumped the fence. Dad missed on purpose. He's ex-Army Special Forces, clay pigeon champ, pistol titles, gunsmith. He could hit a golf ball at 50m with a pistol. Politics kept him from killing them. I hit the gate remote. Dad called police as he entered. We waited in the car over an hour for cops. No vehicle excuse. They calmed, searched for the dog, found her dead in the yard, and police found meat laced with poison near the fence, standard for disabling dogs in break-ins. Cops were useless, barely took statements. Owners returned. I locked up, drove home behind Dad. At home, Dad said he answered my call, heard shouting and fighting. No response, so he raced over. Our house was 10 kilometers away, 20-minute drive. Normally, call was 7 minutes 13 seconds. He stayed on the line, met detective later, gave statement, fingerprints taken. Owners back same time. Day blurred from shock. Months later, detective called, they caught them on fingerprints. As I went to line up, though I saw no faces, dark blanket over me. They showed me first. The leader I need. Glared hatefully. Slit throat gesture. 4 murders. 8 9 attempted assaults, 100 plus break-ins, robberies, rape. Detectives said if I hadn't taken him out fast, I'd be dead. 3 days later, he escaped custody. I wasn't worried, changed cars, got firearm license, carried pistol 24/7. 2 years on, saw detective at grocery. She said Joseph died in a home invasion, broke into wrong house, owner shot him stomach and neck. Slow police meant he bled out. This made me vigilant, heightened awareness, paranoid about locks, avoided dangers later, but lost peace, immigrated to safer country, still wake if I hear noise. Joseph's gone, but to his kind, visit and I'll arrange your hellish reunion. Hope he died agonizing for poisoning Daisy. Story 2, Home Invasion. Hi everyone. This incident happened about 5 years ago. I never really tell this story anymore because most people are uncomfortable hearing it or make well-meaning comments about what I should have done without understanding how panic affects you. But you guys get it. So here's my story. I lived in a nice apartment in downtown Memphis, working as an ophthalmic technician. One day, around 4:30 p.m., I got home, unlocked the door, and went inside. I set my phone, wallet, and keys on the kitchen island, hearing the heavy metal door swing shut. Growing up in a small town, I had the habit of not locking the door during the day, especially since my husband would be home soon. I've never forgotten to lock it since that day. I walked through the bathroom into my large walk-in closet and started hanging up laundry I'd begun earlier. Suddenly, the front door opened, and I smiled, thinking it was my husband home early. I called out, "I'm in here, love," but there was silence, and a sinking feeling hit me. I walked out to the living room, towards kitchen area. Standing on the other side of the kitchen island was a stranger. He was male, older, maybe in his 50s, though I can't recall exact features, and just staring at me. No mask, no weapon, just watching. I wondered if he'd mistaken the apartment, but as he stared, I knew I had to act. As a small female, I stood taller, puffed up my chest to look threatening, and loudly told him to get out. He had no business here. He ignored me entirely. Then he started picking up my things. Cell phone, keys, wallet, pocketing them methodically. That's when it sank in he was dangerous. I wasn't naive anymore. This wasn't a mistake. I darted toward my computer, the only way to get help. I had to step closer, but we had 15 feet between us. I grabbed it, turned to run toward the bathroom, the only spot with 2 locked doors between us, the bathroom door and the closet door. I slammed and locked the first door. Seconds later, I heard him fumbling with it. I ran into the closet, locked that door too, opened the computer, and messaged my husband on Facebook. Call 911. There's an intruder. He replied quickly, saying he had a dispatcher on the phone and was leaving work to get to me. I waited and waited. The bathroom door opened. He entered and moved to the closet door, trying to break it down.
That's when I froze.
With fear, shock, I don't know. I didn't scream, cry, search for a weapon in the dark closet, brace the door, or fight. I just knelt there waiting to die, knowing it was coming. People later advised me, screams someone might hear in the apartment building, use something heavy from the closet, or swing the laptop. But I have no answer why I didn't. I was paralyzed. Miraculously, the door held. Frustrated footsteps retreated. I heard things breaking, bottles shattering, drawers and cabinets flung open, stuff torn out. I sat in the closet, crying silently, too terrified to move, feeling death was inevitable. Feeling awful, I messaged my mom, 15 hours away, telling her what happened. I wanted comfort, to say I love her. I'm not a parent, but I imagine the fear I caused her, knowing she couldn't help. She messaged constantly, begging replies. I promised as long as I could, but told her to tell my brothers. I loved them, to help my husband through whatever came next. If it ended badly, the intruder messed with the closet door again, mumbling indistinct words. I hoped police would arrive before my husband, so he wouldn't find me in whatever state the man left me. Then, the front door opened, my husband shouting for me. The intruder walked out to the living area. I opened the closet door and darted out. My husband was on the ground, pinning the man down. The intruder mumbled and yelled, but offered little resistance. It was a blur I spun with fear, mainly for my husband now. Police arrived about 25 minutes later, which felt eternal. They explained the complex was new and didn't register properly on their system. They recovered my things, took the man out. I filed a report, numbly. An officer said I should lock my door always. It felt insensitive then, like blame, but later I saw it came from experience. He'd seen worse endings for others. Within 30 minutes, it was over. But I've carried the fear, violation, anxiety for years. If it happened once, it could again. A year later, my husband and I moved Midwest for his job to a safe town, nice complex, third-floor apartment with 1 entry. I researched crime stats. Only car theft reported in decades. Still, I couldn't sleep, terrified with his night shifts. My fear wasn't just recurrence, but being unprepared. I'd freeze again, relying on hiding or doors holding. Unacceptable. I joined a martial arts school with a great self-defense program. At first, I was quiet, hiding in back. My instructor, kind and insightful, built my confidence gradually. After months, I shared my story. He trained me tirelessly for any environment. I've trained years now. The difference is unbelievable. The meek girl who waited to die in her closet is gone. I'm confident, strong, worthy of living and protecting myself. No shame in how I handled it, but I know steps to stay safe. It wasn't easy, didn't happen overnight, but worth it. This might not fit everyone. This is how I did it, and it works. Stay safe out. Story 3, True Home Invasion. This happened to me about 2 years ago when I was 17. My family went out for the day to go shopping for food. And I stayed home alone. I was in my room, playing games on my PC with my headphones on, welcome, and I always keep my door closed. So after about an hour, I get up to go use the bathroom. Both the bathroom and my room are on the 2nd floor. When I get back to my room, I remember closing the door and continuing to play games. About 30 minutes later, I go to check my phone, but realize I left it in the bathroom. When I get up to go get it, I notice my door is open slightly ajar. Now my house isn't drafty, and I know the door is good and doesn't just open due to wind or whatever, so it catches me off guard. But I reasoned that I probably just didn't close it all the way, and head out to get my phone. I come back and continue to play, making sure I closed the door on my way back in. Sometime later, I hear my family come back home. I hear them bringing the first load of shopping into the kitchen and go out to the car to get more. When they come back in, they call my name. When I head downstairs, when I came down, I saw that the back patio door was lying wide open. They asked me if I was out the back at any point while they were away, and I told them I hadn't. We looked outside and saw one of the deck chairs was pulled over to a lower part of the fence, facing a small area of woodland leading into another street, obviously not where it should be. This shocked me. My mind raced with ideas of what the hell was going on. This is my own personal theory. Somebody had managed to get in, most likely through the back door. They went to see if the house was clear, went upstairs, opened my door, then saw me. Then they must have decided to wait downstairs for some reason, maybe thinking I would leave or they could ambush me, but got scared off and hid when my family returned. They used the fact that they had left the kitchen to go bring in more shopping to slip out as fast as they could, and used the chair to get over the fence. Even with this idea, I don't understand why they would risk coming in, given that it was the middle of the day. Plus, if they had seen I had headphones on, why not just come up behind me and deal with me then? The worst thing about it is I have no concrete proof of what happened that day. I have no idea why someone came in, how they got in, who they were. But one thing I feel certain of is that somebody did come in my house that day. There's more to this story though. A week or so later, it's late at night. I'm in my room, playing games. While playing, I end up drifting off to sleep. I am woken up by my mum coming in, shaking me, asking if I was outside. I told her no, I've been here all night. I was asleep. She explains that while she was lying in bed, she heard the back door slam. Bless you. And as her room was just above the kitchen and back door, she felt the shake of the slam. My stepdad was working night shift at the time, so it was only me, my mum, the Sai, and my sister in the house.
I go downstairs to check if everything's okay.
The door is wide open. Our back garden was in pitch black darkness, so not knowing if anyone was out there, I close and lock the door and look around the garden from the inside with a torch. I don't see anyone outside and decide to stay downstairs for a few hours, keeping a lookout. The next day, we changed the locks. The strange thing about both of these instances is that nothing was stolen. None of our things were missing. And it seemed that nothing had been really moved or any drawers looked through. I have absolutely no explanation for this, and to this day, it baffles me. If anybody has any ideas of what happened, please feel free to get in touch. As I have absolutely no idea what to make of any of this. These stories aren't fiction. They happen to real people, just like you. If you've got a true horror tale that's kept you up at night, share it in the comments below. Who knows, yours might be next. If this video sent chills down your spine, smash that like button, subscribe and hit the bell for more true horror dropping every week.